Welcome to a very special Quivia on a whole ass country, Australia. We're using a special system here. First, if you can answer without multiple choice, 3 points. With a multiple choice, 1 point. Let's get into it. Question 1. In which hemisphere is Australia? 3 points if you can get it without the multiple choice, which is now. A. Southern. B. Eastern. C. Western. D. Northern. 1 point if you need the multiple choice. The correct answer is A. Southern. It's the largest island in the world and lies entirely within the Southern Hemisphere. Australia has the distinction of being a single country that is both an island and a continent. Question 2. What is the capital city of Australia? 3 points if you can get it now. A. Perth. B. Melbourne. C. Sydney. D. Canberra. 1 point if you need the multiple choice. And the answer is Canberra. It is the capital city of Australia, a compromise chosen as Melbourne and Sydney fought for the title. It was founded in 1913 with its name derived from the local Ngunnawal language. Melbourne was the temp capital until it was, ready. Question 3. What is the population of Australia? Closest, number here. We don't need exact figures. A. 270,000. B. 2.7 million. C. 27 million. D. 270 million. A little bit of a variance here. The answer is 27 million. Recently reached that milestone in 2023. We comprise approximately 0.33% of the world's population. Most of us live on the eastern seaboard, around Sydney and Melbourne. Question 4. The iconic attractions of the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House are in which city? Your options are Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, and Canberra. Bonus points if you can suggest why Radelaide is called Radelaide. The answer is, of course, Sydney, as in the Sydney Harbour Bridge. You can find these iconic attractions located near each other in Sydney and are common sights in the spectacular New Year's fireworks hosted on the harbour. Lovely. Question 5. What type of animal is the koala? Reptile, bear, marsupial, or monotreme? Partial to polytremes myself. The answer is marsupial! No, these fluffy-eared grey creatures are not bears but marsupials, mammals which birth relatively undeveloped young, so commonly carry them in a pouch for some time for development to continue. Like our games are in early release now. Question 6. Australia has many tourist attractions with what common theme? Not talking about the bridge or the opera house here, but big things, small things, round things, blue things, borrowed things. Wait, one of those isn't an option. And of course, the answer is big things. There are so many big things in Australia. And they say, from little things, big things grow. Like these behemoth roadside tourist attractions that dot the Australian landscape. Big pineapple, big lobster, and partial to the giant koala. Question 7. A very popular sport in the southeastern states of Australia is run by the AFL. What does this stand for? It's an initialism. Australasian Fighting League, American Football League, Australian Futsal League, or Australian Football League. It's not, a national association or anything. Australian Football League. AFL is played with 2 teams of 18 and an oval field and a ball. Kicking, running, and handballing are all featured. It's also responsible for the Australian saying to handball something. Question 8. What is the national anthem of Australia? 3 points if you can get it now. Or 1 point if you need these options. Waltzing Matilda, I Come From a Land Down Under, Advance Australia Fair, or God Save the King? And the answer is, of course, Advance Australia Fair. It has been the anthem since 1984. Previous to that, it was God Save the Queen, because that was during Lizzie's rule. God Save the King can be used for, royal family stuff, I guess. Question 9. Who was Australia colonised by? Whomst. Not a good thing, certainly, but... The Dutch, the Spanish, the British, or the French? As I'm sure you're all aware, the answer is the British. The British are coming and they are colonising Australia. Well, it wasn't Australia then. Also, I partially blame this whole thing on Alexander Hamilton. Good on you, mate. Question 10. This bitter brown spread is an Aussie favourite for breakfast, commonly enjoyed on toast with butter? Vegemite, Marmite, Sydneymite, or Beermite, mate? And the answer is Vegemite. Something I actually don't enjoy. It's not very pleasant to my taste buds, but it is a favourite of Ash Barty, sporting hero, dead set legend, and yeah, good stuff. But what was your good stuff? Was it your score? Post in the comments below. With a minimum score of 0 and a maximum score of 30, I'm assuming you got somewhere towards the 2/3 end of that. Please let us know if you like this format in the comments below as well. It's just a thing we're trying out for this very special episode as we recognise Australia. It's pretty alright.